where I'm at here. It's a little close.
Now keep it clean, oh, it's a must. The more you eat, the more you know. Heart strong, yeah, you protected. Affirmation selected. Healthy, loved, and respected. Fear and greed, I rejected. Your bubble big, gotta keep it safe. Them energies that's in your place. If you don't affirm it, then it get replaced. Talk pretty when you talking to me. I ain't taking shit less. Affirming power coming through me. Speaking my success. Talk pretty when you talking to me.
Salutations, my friends. How are you doing today, my beautiful, beautiful divine tribe? So today I am bringing you another spiritual chit chat, and this one is 7 tips to manifest. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, then definitely stay tuned and we are going to get right into it. Tip numero uno is to get in touch with your purpose. Look at the talents that you have. Look at yourself for who you actually are and not what you think you're supposed to be based on what society says. Society is always going to tell us to fit into a mold, and if you don't see one that resonates with who you are, then you might feel like, well, maybe I'm out of place, or you might feel like you don't belong. And the real case is that you're supposed to be exactly who you are and bring exactly what it is that you bring to the table. Just be yourself, authentically be yourself, bring what you have to the table. See what your talents are, see the places that you've been neglecting. Your purpose can sometimes hide in the parts that are not necessarily the talents you have in your forefront because it's stuff you've been ignoring, you know? Get in touch with your purpose. Also, a big part of that is getting in touch with the Most High, getting in touch with yourself, getting in touch with your spirit and not your body. That's a big part of what you're supposed to share with the world during your time here. So get in touch with your purpose. That's going to be step 1. Step 2, stepe dos. I don't know how to, como se dice step en español. Step 2 is to write it down. I know you probably hear this a lot when it comes to manifesting, but it is so very true. Hold on. I got this thing right here. It is my manifestation planner, journal, all of that. I can write down my random thoughts. I can write down the stuff that I'm doing, the steps that I want to take to get to other places that I want to go. And writing it down is amazing because what that does for you is it helps get it out of your mind. Because a part of meditation is to quiet your mind, and the things that are always like plaguing you can sometimes just ramble and rumble and go in your mind. And to be able to write it down gives you a fresh slate where you don't have to always have it on your mind like you're gonna forget about it or something. If you write it down and just kind of like let it out of your mind, then it's gonna start to get on the next level, which is materialization. So write it down, write down the ultimate goal that you want, write down the steps that it's going to take to get there as well. So that leads me into my 3rd point, which is research. So this is a major part of manifesting, and because manifesting is literally just bringing something out of your mind and materializing it in the world, which sounds like very woo-woo and very magical, but it's really just a process of understanding what it is that you want and what it's going to take to get it. For example, just like on a lighter note, I manifested this hairstyle that I did today. I had a magazine interview, so I wanted to do the style, and I saw the style. I already know how to do it, so I didn't really have to do the research portion because, like, I was doing this in high school. I know how to do a little waterfall curl, and I didn't even use spritz for this. Like, check it out. Yeah, fire. Yeah, so the visualization was a big part of that too, but we're gonna get into that in a second. But yes, the research is huge because it kind of goes along with what the 4th step is, which is visualizing. Because if you don't know what something is supposed to look like or what a life that you are desiring is supposed to look like, then it's kind of hard to visualize it. So research is a major part of that. Like if you want to start a business and you want to have a brick and mortar, or you want to have an online business, you have to research to see what steps am I supposed to take to make that happen. Whether it's getting your EIN number, buying a domain, getting a hosting website, things like that. Like when I wanted to get off into the stock market, I had no idea where to start. I didn't even know how to like get money on a platform, or I didn't even know what am I supposed to use to do this. So researching it, I found out you got to find like a broker, which is like a platform. You upload your money on there. For Forex, you actually have to transfer your money into Bitcoin before you put it on the MetaTrader. And yeah, there was a lot of steps, but like I desired it and I wrote it down before I even started researching how to actually do it. So research is a major part, so you can actually know what steps you're supposed to take. So that's number 3. Step number 4 is going to be visualization. And oh my gosh, this has to be one of my favorite parts of manifesting, because you literally see yourself in the situations that you want to be in. You see the things that you want to have or desire, and you can do it in a couple of different ways. That's why I love doing vision boards, because you can literally put the things together to see how you want them to be, like your dream house or your dream room or your dream career or your dream body or your dream style or whatever it is that you want to manifest into the physical. And it's just a fun way to get these ideas of things that you normally wouldn't have seen, because now you can actually see it. So visualization is major. And another way that you can visualize, there are some people who are like major super manifestors who manifest like on even bigger levels, and something that they will sometimes do is an architect will make like a miniature live model of the building that they want to build, and it can kind of show them what it's going to look like, how it's going to fit, how tall it's going to be, exactly what crevices and corners it's going to have. And you could even do that for yourself to make like a mini model of something that you want to do. I feel like the 3D version would really be really dope and really powerful, but I know not everybody has like the means to do something like that. So a vision board is totally fine. And besides having something physical like that, just visualizing it in your mind is powerful enough, because your brain making these scenes happen in real life is providing you with the frequency of what it looks and feels like to have it in the material. So don't underestimate the power of your mind. Don't think that you have to have something that's like a physical visualization, like a mood board or a vision board or something like that, to be able to manifest something. All you need to do is to be able to use your imagination. Now to our 5th point, numero 5. Act as if. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard this before, but acting as if is a part of visualization. So when you visualize yourself doing whatever the thing is that you want to manifest, you have to think about, what is that going to feel like? You know, what is it going to require from you? As far as what you're doing now and what you need to do, how you're supposed to be in that situation, or how you would be in that situation. Just act as if while you're doing your visualization. Think about how grateful you're going to feel. Think about how amazing it's going to be to finally let that sigh of relief out, like, I did it, I made it. It's a beautiful feeling. Just acting as if has to do with gratitude, and it also has to do with just knowing that you deserve that. A part of you really truly feeling like you deserve something is being on the trajectory and doing the physical work that needs to be done, such as research. That's really a major key with that. just so you know that you deserve it. Not, it's so it doesn't have to feel like something that is like a dream that's so far off. You need to make it feel like your reality. You need to make it feel normal. That's not to say you're not grateful for it, but it needs to feel normal for you. It needs to feel like, okay, this is what my life looks like and this is what I'm used to. Something that you also have to keep in mind with that is the problems that you will encounter with the new life that you're manifesting, because everybody has problems. Nobody is immune to having issues. So you have to be grateful for what your new problems are going to be and know what they're going to look like. For example, I want a boat. I've been talking to my mom about this for a grip. I want like a yacht. So whether I rent one or a lease, whether I own one, whether I am literally just like using one for the day, like whatever steps there has to be taken, I want some boat access in my life. Okay. I have to think about the problems that are going to come with that, such as fuel. How much does the fuel cost? Where am I going to go fuel up? Where are you going to park it? They have certain marinas at certain like lakes and reservoirs that you can park things. How are you going to travel with it? You have to have something hooked up to your car. If it's too big of a boat, you can't even take it like that and it just stays on the water, and you probably have to get it airlifted somewhere. Like, I don't even know. Like, you know what I mean? That's something I haven't done the full-on research to know what does that look like, so I know what problems I'm going to have, and then be happy to have those problems. I know it sounds crazy. Happy to have problems, right? But that's a part of life, is having problems. So know what problems are going to come with what you're trying to manifest and make it do what it do. For example, when I decided that I was going to start my gym journey, one problem that I didn't know I was going to have that I now understand is getting enough calories in a day, because I was trying to get my gains, and it was really hard for me to get all that protein in. I didn't realize how much I was going to have to eat. And tracking my calories helped. So that was a part of like doing research and realizing like what calories exist in what foods and how much protein is in this, and that, what's going to be beneficial for maximizing the most on the workout that I just did. Those are problems, right? Right. Another problem is if I'm too busy to go to the gym, what else am I going to do? So I started implementing home workouts. I could at least do abs at home. I got like a 25-pound weight and a yoga mat. I could do something as far as that. That was a problem that I encountered. And I was so happy to have that problem, because there was a time that I didn't even go to the daggone gym. So the fact that these are now issues that I have to try to tackle is like, look at me in my new life. This is amazing. Another example, in modeling, it was really, really hard because weekends, especially with freelance modeling, weekends are the most booked and busy times. I would have to try to delegate my time. Like, there was a time that I was just like, dang, I wish there was more than one me so I could do all of these gigs, and I have to say no to somebody, or I can only do an hour here or 30 minutes there, and I was trying to spread myself thin and just do everything. It was a problem, but those are problems that I once wanted to have. So at least they were problems that I had like manifested. You see what I mean? So yeah, that's the acting as if part, is know what problems are going to come with it. Already know that it's going to be your life. Don't treat it like such a far off dream, because that makes the universe feel like it's like, oh man, that's so far off and so out of the realm of normalcy for me. Don't be like that. Just think of it as something that's very much normal for you, and you will get so much closer to manifesting the frequency that you're being in. That's point number 5. Point number 6. Point 6 is to surrender. Because like I was kind of talking about in the first tip, as far as getting in touch with your purpose, it's kind of hard to get in touch with your purpose if you're not in touch with your full spiritual self and the full realm of your higher being, and if you're just in touch with your physical self, because your physical self is going to tell you, well, I want to be able to eat what I want and still be fit. that ain't really what is going to happen. You know, your physical self will tell you, I don't want to get up early and do stuff, but I want to be able to play in the stock market and do Forex or invest, things like that. There are certain, the stock market opens at 9 o'clock in the morning. So if you're not going to make a routine of getting up at 9 o'clock, even though just on certain days, you don't have to do it every day, you know, it's just, your physical self is always going to want what's easiest and what is beneficial to the body. But your higher self is the one that knows what your purpose is supposed to be as far as what the Most High wants you to conquer while you are on this earth with the time that you have. And surrendering to the Most High is literally just letting the Most High take the wheel, be a passenger princess. Whatever's supposed to fall in your lap is supposed to fall in your lap. Just be quiet. Like I said, meditate, quiet your mind, and that way you can get in touch with your higher self where you can open up your crown and you can kind of get these downloads from the higher realms as far as what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Because it's not going to look like something easy. The Most High has very intricate paths for us, and we would lose our minds trying to figure out what every step of that looks like. So surrendering is a really important part of just riding the waves. It's not supposed to be hard. I know, like, there's a saying about open doors for yourself and make the doors open, create your own opportunities. I hear you. But when it comes to manifesting, you can always make your own path. But when it comes to manifesting from what the Most High wants for you, it's effortless. So you literally just sit back and stuff falls in your lap. I kid you not. I just started doing music a couple of months ago, and I have not reached out to anybody to do a show. People come to me all the time because I'm posting about the fact that, hey, this is what I'm doing now. I'll post snippets. I'll post the videos that I've done, the music videos, things like that. And people will come to me and, you know, they'll be like, hey, I see your work ethic. I see what you got going on. I see the message that you're spreading. And it's almost like something is tugging at them to be like, hey, hit her up and let's do this and let's do that. It just falls in my lap. Like, it is wild. And that's how it's supposed to be. Things are just going to open up for you. You know what it looks like, so you're prepared for it, but you don't necessarily have to create every situation that you're going to have. That's not to say don't put effort in. That's not what I'm saying here, because a part of doing the research and acting as if is preparing for these opportunities that are going to fall in your lap. Just know that it's going to happen and surrender to the will of the Most High to move you on whatever direction. If something doesn't work out, know it wasn't meant to work out. If something does work out, be grateful for it and bask in the gratitude for that moment materializing, and just know that there's even more greatness coming. This is energizing me. I love this so much. The last tip numero 7, is a bonus tip. And the reason I saved this one for last is because the angel number 777 is about getting some alone time to yourself so that you can get to know yourself. It's isolation. Isolation is going to be major key for you to be able to manifest. Because if you're trying to manifest an entirely different life than the one that you currently have, there's going to be people that are in your current life that are going to discourage you from taking the steps that it takes, doing the research, doing the visualizations, and the acting as if. They're going to call you Delulu. You don't need that negativity in your life. So you're going to have to isolate yourself at some point just to quiet out all of the extra chatter. And another reason to isolate is because you need to have all of your energy called back and pulled back to yourself. Because when you're in the mix so much, and when you're always worried about what's going on over here and what they're doing and what this is about and distracting yourself, then your energy is being pulled in so many different directions that it's hard for you to harness it within yourself in order to push it forward onto this road of moving closer to what it is that you're trying to manifest. One thing that helps me with this is I very rarely watch TV. I will take breaks from vices regularly. I will isolate from my friends. They understand. They still love me. And if they fall off the wagon and don't understand, then they weren't meant to be there. Because one part about unconditional love, if somebody truly loves you, is they want you to be happy no matter what it takes for you to do that. And if you need to isolate yourself occasionally, then they need to be understanding of that. And if they're not, then they're probably not your people. So isolation is a major part to be able to harness your energy to push it in the direction that you want it to be. Those are the 7 tips that I have to manifest the things that you or the Most High desire in your life. If you enjoyed this video and you would love to see more spiritual chit chats, definitely subscribe. I will have more of these coming up. If you have anything to share, definitely comment below, and I would love to have some conversations started so we can talk about some of these tips and your experiences with them. Or if you have any other tips to share, that would be great. Let's talk about it. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.